Part of the joys of being a business owner, dealing with the city, and that's what we're doing right now. So I bought this property 6 months ago. And when I went to change the utilities to my name, because in this city, the utilities are under the business owner or the landlord's name. And when I took over, I called to get it under my name so I could have power and stuff. And they said, well, you're not licensed to be there as a business. And I said, what are you talking about? So I didn't have a business license. So because of that, they were threatening me to leave the property. Like I had to lock the gates and get out of here. And I was like, I just bought the property. That's not happening. And they're like, well, you don't really have a choice. So I got with my lawyer. He gave me some options of what I could do. And one of those options is to plead my case to the Planning Commission. And so I did that. And there were 6, I guess, Planning Commission members. And 5 of the 6 gave me approval to be here. And so I got a letter from the city saying, we grant you a license to be here, but you have to bring the yard up to code. So as you can see, there's no paving, there's no concrete asphalt here, there's no curbing, there's no trees. So I had to go through the process of getting all that planned. And guys, it's a tough process, man. Okay, so when I bought the place and I called the city to change the utilities into my name, that's when they told me I'm not licensed. So I submitted my application, I paid the stuff, and they denied me. And when they denied me, I was taken back. I was like, whoa, what do you mean got denied? They said this zone, this commercial zone is not for service businesses, it's for retail. Oh my gosh. So I said, well, it's my options here. And they basically said, you got to pack up and move. I mean, I just bought this place. I went through hell to save up on the down payment because I was told on very short notice to buy this place. Well, there's a whole nother story about how that came to be, but I just felt like there's no way I'm moving after buying this place. So I went to my lawyer. He gave me some options, and he said one of those options is to go up against not up against, but go to the Planning Commission and plead my case and see if they will allow me to operate my business in this location since I bought it too. So we prepped and planned and got that scheduled, and we did it. I pleaded my case, and the Planning Commission was up there kind of debating on my behalf, and 5 out of the 6 Planning Commission members approved us. So we got a letter from the city saying you're approved to have your business here, but you're going to need to bring the property up to code for this new business license. So that's kind of what I'm going through now. You have to get a certified landscape designer, which we had. That was the easy part. And then you have to have a geotech company come dig, make sure that everything's environmentally good here. That was roughly, give or take, $8,000. I had to get the Alta surveyor to come in and do whatever the survey map had to do. That was another $8,000. I had to call the engineers so they can engineer the design of the, make sure that the drains are going to be where they need to be, make sure they don't need to be tied into the city. Do we need some pumps? Where the concrete is going to go? We're going to have a building back here because the city said, now's the time. If you're going to do a building, this is the time you want to put it in your plan. So we decided, okay, let's design a building back there. So it's going to be 80 feet. We had to have an engineer do that. And because this building that I'm already in is now going to go into my commercial site, it had to get whatever plans they do for that. So I had to pay to that. So long story short, to pay the engineers, that was another $9,000. So, I mean, you could see how this can all add up for a normal person. That's crazy, but that's how it is. This building so far will stay on here. There was talk between me and some of the guys here of thinking we should knock it down to have more space, but we're not going to do that right now. I don't know how overwhelmed I'm going to get with this whole project. We've got to do curb and sidewalk in the front yard. On the sidewalk, we've got to do 6 sump pumps. Don't know how much that's going to cost. I believe there's going to be 5 in the back and 1 on the street. So it's a big process. This is going to be a big project. So I can imagine most of my profit is going to go towards this site in the next 12 to 18 months.
For more content like this, be sure to like and subscribe.